We have a question here that says, James shares 3/4 of a cake between 6 people. What fraction of the cake do they each receive? We, writing this out as a calculation, have 3/4 and James is sharing it between 6 people. The word share should make you think of the division symbol, which means we are left with a fraction being divided by a whole. This whole can be represented as 6/1, and we should know that multiplying by a reciprocal gives you the same outcome as dividing. So if we're looking for the reciprocal of 6, the reciprocal would be 1/6. That gives us a calculation now of 3/4 multiplied by its reciprocal of 6, which is 1/6. And we now look to cancel down to make our calculation easier, looking for common factors top to bottom or diagonally. In this case, 3 goes into itself once, goes into 6 twice. There are no other common factors, so we are left with the sum of 1 times by 1 and 4 times by 2. 1 times 1 is 1 over 4 times 2, which is 8. So they each receive 1/8 of the cake. Try this question and press pause while you have a go. James shares 4/5 of a cake between 8 people. What fraction of the cake do they each receive? Our job is to change this into a calculation to begin with. So we've got 4/5 that are shared between 8 people. Share should make you think of the word divide. We have a fraction divided by a whole, which means we need to represent this as a fraction. 8 is the same as 8/1. And dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So we're looking to make this into the reciprocal by saying we have 1/8. Our calculation now is 4/5 multiplied by 1/8. We look to cancel down to make the calculation easier by looking for common factors diagonally or top to bottom. We can see here that 4 goes into itself once, goes into 8 twice. That leaves us with 1 multiplied by 1 and 5 multiplied by 2. The answer then is 1 times 1 is 1, 5 times 2 is 10. This is our simplest form answer.